Have you ever scrolled through someone's highlight reel and felt that sinking weight in your chest? A perfect couple, a six-figure job, exotic vacations, clean aesthetics, glowing skin, and suddenly your life, your messy, raw, real life, feels small. We live in an era where comparison isn't occasional, it's constant. And whether you realize it or not, this comparison is quietly eating away at your soul. But what if I told you that this urge to compare is not only natural, but also ancient, and more importantly, that it can be unlearned? Let's go deeper. Long before Instagram, status updates, or job titles, humans were tribal creatures. Our survival depended on knowing where we stood in the social hierarchy. If you were weaker than others, you might be pushed out. If you were stronger, you'd rise, attract more mates, more resources. This wasn't vanity, it was evolution. But here's the thing, your brain is still playing that ancient game. Even though the tribe is now 8 billion people wide, you were never meant to measure yourself against this many lives. And yet you're carrying the weight of the whole world on your shoulders. This is where the distortion begins. Every time you compare, you're not looking at someone's life. You're looking at a projection, a curated version of reality, polished and filtered through a lens of perfection. You don't see the anxiety behind the smile, the arguments behind the romantic photos, the doubts that fill their quiet hours. Philosopher Søren Kierkegaard once said, "The crowd is untruth." What he meant is that when you lose yourself in the collective, you also lose the truth of your own being. Comparison is like looking into a warped mirror. It reflects something back, but not what's real, and certainly not what's you. Imagine if you judged a tree in winter and called it dead because it had no leaves. You'd be wrong. It's not dying, it's becoming. Your life is the same. The philosopher Alan Watts once described life as music, not something to reach the end of, but something to be played. You don't rush through a song just to get to the final note. Each life has its own tempo, its own rhythm, its own moments of silence. So what if your success doesn't look like theirs? What if your path takes longer? What if you're blooming in ways that aren't visible yet? You are not late. You are not behind. You are simply becoming in your own time. Comparison is also a question of identity. When you compare, you unconsciously ask, who am I, if not like them? You begin to tie your worth to external things, looks, money, praise, productivity. But these things are fleeting. They shift like weather. The Stoics understood this. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "It is not events that disturb us, but our judgments about them." The same is true of people. It's not others' success that harms you. It's what you believe it means about you, and that belief is optional. You can unhook from it. You can learn to define yourself from within, not without. So how do you stop comparing? Not by deleting every app or moving to a mountaintop, but by returning home to your own values, your own desires, your own truth. Ask yourself, what would success look like if no one was watching? What would I pursue if I didn't need to prove anything? What is enough for me, not for them? Begin there. Instead of constantly looking outward, turn inward. build a life so rooted in meaning that comparison loses its power. Because when you know who you are, no one else's path can shake you. You are not here to live their life. You are here to live yours, with all its messiness, its seasons, its quiet beauty. Let others have their path. You have yours, and it is enough.
If this made you pause, if you're drawn to deeper truths and quiet strength, then you're in the right place. Like, subscribe, and keep exploring with us. See you in the next one.